Hey there, good afternoon everybody. It is Lori once again. Thank you for checking out this video, and thank you for continuing to check out my videos and subscribe. For those of you that have, and for those of you that haven't, please do, because I am going to be posting quite a few videos, just letting everyone know how my progress is and explaining the journey that I've been on for these last 36 years with rheumatoid arthritis. I am diagnosed at the age of 2. I've seen the progression of the way medical science treats the disease now, and it's astounding to me, and it's fantastic. So yesterday was my methotrexate day. Did my injection around, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's now been over 24 hours. And I'm feeling really, really good this time, which is always a bonus. Had a little bit of nausea after I injected yesterday. Probably about an hour after I injected, I got a bit nauseous, but nothing too severe. And then this morning when I woke up, I had a good sleep last night actually. And this morning when I woke up, a little bit of nausea at first, but once I got my coffee pumping through and had myself a muffin and some fruit, I was good, and have been the rest of the day. So a bit fatigued for sure. I definitely feel a little more sluggish. I call it the Metho hangover, as many of you do. And like I say, but to me that's normal, right? Last week was, it happens, once a month it seems, where I feel really, really bad. There has been a cold going around my house. My wife, both kids have had a cold. Knock on wood, I have not got it yet, and if it's anything like in the past, I won't get it. I've been very lucky actually, where I haven't gotten sick. I'm not great at, like using sanitizer and stuff on my hands. I will every now and then, especially if there is a cold going around the house, or flu, stomach flu of some sort. I will be a little more cautious and diligent then, but it's not something I do all the time. When there is a cold going around, like right now, I will take increased vitamin C, but yeah, that's really about it. So I've been very lucky. I haven't gotten sick yet with it, and hopefully won't ever. So yeah. Anyway, I have a couple of questions that I've been asked the last couple of days on Facebook. There's been a few comments, questions sent to me in my inbox. So please keep them coming. That's what this channel is for. That's why I'm here. I want you to use me as your, go-to kind of ask questions. To hear from somebody who's been through it possibly. I know I found comfort when I was starting Humira. I didn't know what to expect. I'd never been on a biologic before, and I was a little like, oh boy, what is this? What am I doing? What's it going to be like? And I went on YouTube and watched videos of people talking about their experience, and it really did help a lot. I knew what to expect. So, as I say, post comments down below, like, subscribe, up there, I guess, wherever it is, subscribe. The question that I had was from an individual on a methotrexate support group on Facebook by the name of Latrice. Hello, Latrice. Thank you for asking the question. And she wanted to know, how long was it before I started to see deformities and so forth from the disease? I was probably about the age of 7 or 9 when that began to happen. It was around that time as well that the uveitis showed up in my eyes. So yeah, that was 5, 6, years afterwards. And the first things I guess we noticed were my mobility in my hands became a little less. And we started to see the beginnings of the deviation taking place. Swan neck came in. I have one little finger here that I jokingly say it looks like it's pregnant, like a pregnant guppy or something. Listen, with these types of things, you end up laughing a lot of the time, because that is, what else are you going to do, right? We gotta laugh. So yeah, that's when I began to notice. 7, 8, 9 years old. To be honest, I don't remember a time when my feet and hands didn't look like this. You know, I was quite young, but I do know that there was a time and that I wasn't born with these because there's photographic evidence, as I've mentioned before. I didn't have, you know, these funky little hands and feet. So, yeah, it was about 7 years. Now, keep in mind, the deformities and deviations no longer happen. If a person is on a biologic, a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, a disease modifier, you know, those three things together, they work really well. So, you know, I suggest that you talk to your doctor about being on an anti-inflammatory or disease modifier and a biologic. Because they work. They do. For me. And I realize that not everybody is comfortable taking these kinds of drugs, and the methotrexate especially scares a lot of people, and admittedly so, it scared me as well. And there's still times, you know, where I'll read comments and be like, oh man, you know, what am I doing? But for me, I think I've talked about it in past video, that it was a question of quality of life. I couldn't do things with my wife and kids anymore that I wanted to. I could never do them, right? It wasn't a case of anymore. I could never do them. A whole new chapter has been opened for me. You know, it's fantastic. I can go for bike rides and I can go walking. You know, maybe not as far as what I would like to, but I have to stop and, you know, have a rest because my feet hurt. But that's me. That is what it is. What it is, right? So Latrice, I understand you mentioned you were scared of what the drugs may do. You know what's right for you is what I always tell people. If it scares you too much, you know, if you would always be afraid of what was going to happen to your organs. For me, I haven't had any organ involvement. I haven't had any adverse side effects. And that's not to say that somebody else wouldn't. But for me, I haven't. I try to be cautious about what else I put in my body. I don't drink alcohol a lot. A few glasses of wine at Christmas, over the holidays. I'll drink some beer in the summer. I'm not a drink every night type of person. I never have been. I've just been very aware of what it can do, and I've always been aware of it. So, like I say, you kind of have to sit and weigh the pros and cons out and decide what works best for you. So that's what I wanted to do with today's video, was to answer that question from Latrice. And I wanted to check in on a Monday because it is the day after. And like I say, so far, knock on wood, feeling really good. And hopefully everybody else out there is doing well as well. Please keep the questions coming. That's what I'm here for. Ask me. Just bring it on, right? I will talk about anything. I'm very open. I'm very candid. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to chop this one a little shorter today because I noticed that my last videos were around the 10-minute mark, and I find them a little boring. So, when I happen to review them, so I can't imagine what it's like for you. Anyways, take care, everybody, and I will see you soon. Thanks.